She saw some strange sights in the darkness. She saw a disheveled figure crawling on the ground opposite her. The night made it look terrifying, like a female ghost. Even more frightening, the figure seemed to sense her presence and turned its gaze towards her. Frightened, Akai quickly put away her binoculars. The next day, realizing something was wrong, Akai went to the opposite apartment building. She unexpectedly met the girl she had seen the previous night in the elevator. Although the two were strangers, kind-hearted Akai still kindly warned the girl not to turn off the lights at 9:56 at night. Unexpectedly, the girl not only didn't appreciate it, but also sarcastically mocked her as a peeping Tom. Akai didn't back down because of this setback. She resolutely went to room 704 where Yunoon lived, and gave Yunoon the same warning. However, to Akai's surprise, Yunoon, who had been very friendly a few days ago, now had an unusually cold attitude. At this moment, Akai noticed a long-haired face peeking out from behind the wall. Behind Yunoon, before she could see clearly, it retracted. At the same time, Yunoon aggressively ordered her to leave. The scene shifts. A disheveled Yunoon is tied to a wheelchair. A young man sits on the sofa opposite her, his actions clearly indicating he was about to commit a shameful act. Afterward, he greedily approached Yunoon and wantonly assaulted her. All of Yunoon's tragic experiences were witnessed by a woman in red in the corner. In addition, BN, to improve the efficiency of the notifications, Akai decided to send reminders through the apartment's online community via email. However, at this moment, she had no idea that death had already set its sights on its next target, which was Xiao Shuai, the man who had wronged Yunoon. Xiao Shuai, wearing headphones, had just entered the elevator when he suddenly saw a woman in a red dress in the reflective surface. The terrifying thing was, he was clearly the only one in the elevator. In a panic, Xiao Shuai rushed out of the elevator and ran home, but when he opened the door, he saw something and immediately sprinted back towards the elevator. At the same time, the moment her alarm clock rang, Akai immediately ran from her home to this apartment building. Coincidentally, the elevator malfunctioned at that moment. She was trapped inside, unable to call for help. Meanwhile, Xiao Shuai, in extreme fear, was thrown into the elevator shaft by the female ghost and fell to his death. Xiao Shuai's death forced Dezhuang to reconsider Akai's words. Even though he thought the idea that someone would die when the time came was absurd, he still told Akai to notify him immediately if she saw anyone turning off their lights. Afterward, Akai rushed back to the woman's room, frantically knocking on the door and repeatedly shouting reminders that they absolutely must not turn off the lights. As a result of this behavior, she received strong condemnation from the surrounding residents. Although Akai didn't care about everyone's opinions, and even patiently reminded each of them in turn, everyone still regarded her as a crazy person spouting nonsense.